Virgo, hello and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing your reading for February 2025. I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. I'm also going to be using the Shaman's Dream by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. And we'll start with the tarot like we usually do. Okay, so happy February, everybody. The month of love, the month of love for another, and the month of self-love. Oh, I've got love hearts on. Didn't realise the symbolism. There we go. I've not got this jumper on for all of them. So Virgo for February, Virgo for February. So we're going to start with, do you wonder? Ooh, it started in a good way. We've got the star card. I love the star card. The star card at the bottom of the deck is all about clarity. It's all about smooth waters, clear waters of the mind, body, and soul, clear waters of our life. It's about clarity. It can be the card of upgrades, enlightenment. It's the card of being comfortable in your skin, comfortable in your life, loving you for who you are, for all that you've been through. If you're listening to this and going, that's not me, well, maybe it needs to be you. Maybe this message can be for those of you that are going, yeah, that's me. I've done the work. I've got to that point. I'm bob on. If you're feeling it's not you, then maybe it needs to be you. We start the reading with the Eight of Wands, which is the card of open communication and things moving forward. So, how can you take your life forward? Now, I'm feeling a dual message here. And I really am feeling there's some people watching this that are doing this and things are starting to open up. And there's some people that are watching this that are feeling a little bit lost with it. What do I do? So listen carefully for what resonates with you, okay? There'll be messages for both if that makes sense, but I'll try and channel it the best way that I can. Open communication, being confident to speak your truth, being confident to stand out there, possibly on a world stage, you know, doing talks for work, speaking up in family stuff, taking charge, not letting life pass you by. Nine of Cups, being proud of where you've come from. There's a big thing with this Virgo of, you know what, I love myself, warts and all. In fact, I love myself more because I've danced with the devil. I know what it is to live in the gutter. I know what it is to hit rock bottom. I know what it is to rise up. And again, if you feel like you are at rock bottom watching this, know that you can rise up. Know that timelines are fluid. Four of Pentacles, but I need to hold on to something. There's something here. This may be a personal message of maybe in the past there was a time in your life when there was an abundance issue, money issues. So there's something here where I need to hold on to things. I need to be stuck. I need to hold on. You need to let go. The Four of Pentacles is an interesting card because it can be about strong and stable. But sometimes it can also be about somebody that won't move, somebody that will dig their heels in, somebody that wants to hold on to all their money. They're squirreling their money away for a rainy day that never comes. Um, if you think about money, money is energy. So if you know, as human beings, we're giving energy off all day. Okay, all day long in different ways, shapes, and forms. Money's the same. If you're hoarding money, if you're hoarding things, nothing's going to come in. So this is about letting go of things. I'm also feeling as well, this is about letting go of things from the past. It's a theme that's going to keep coming up is let go of it, let go of it, let go of it. And people always say, yeah, but it's easier said than done. And how would you let go of something? How you let go of with something is making peace with it. is understanding the deeper meaning with it. And actually, I can promise you that that moment when you go, I want to let go of this, I want to release it, the universe will start to show you ways in which that can be done. Don't forget, a lot of our big traumas in our life are actually our big teaching moments. So they must be treated as thus. We can't just throw them out. We've got to take them and learn from them. But because we've lived in such a false matrix, what happens is when something goes wrong, we manage it in the total wrong way. We take it in as trauma, as pain, as dis-ease within the body. So what we're meant to be doing is looking at these traumas in our lives and what are you teaching me? What am I meant to learn from this? How can I grow from this? And go with it and dance with it. Come on, we can dance with the devil, dance with this. And that's how you can help yourself to release it and step out of this energy of being backstabbed and betrayed. Because every betrayal you've gone through is your golden ray. If you think about swords in tarot, they can also indicate the pen, and the pen is all about creation. They are the sword, and the sword cuts cords to stuff, yeah? So when you're in that energy feeling backstabbed and betrayed, those knives that were put in your back are actually the pen that you can use to create something better. They're also the knives that you can use to cut cords to things that no longer serve you. Ooh. The moon, with shadow work, it's the internal world. There's something here, Virgo, about your internal world being important now. Stop trying to run from your feelings. We're taught to be good and bad, naughty and nice, sugar and salt, etc. And we're taught that that's a good behavior and that's a bad behavior. And stop crying, for goodness sake. If you don't stop crying, you're not getting your tea. And that way of dealing with things puts so much toxicity into that child, which then shows them as an adult they can't deal with emotions properly. It's okay to have a bad day. A lot of what we're struggling with is because at the time it happened, we didn't grieve it properly. We suppressed it. We tried to keep going. We denied it was happening. We went chaotic with it. So the minute we can start to learn with difficulties and problems and traumas in the correct way, which comes in with that moon card, the internal world, we can then start to move forward. The hermit again is a deep thinker. These are deep times, Virgo. So there's a lot of deep inward work going on right now. There's a path in front of you. In fact, there's two paths. There's one path which leads to two paths. One path which leads to two paths. So let this help you. If you're needing to make a decision, you're thinking, what's the right or wrong decision? Know this, that whatever decision you make, there is two paths. There's more than two paths. So if you do a decision and it doesn't start to work for you, try not to get into the habit of right and wrong. Oh, I made this decision, it's the wrong decision. No, you made this decision and it's not working the way you thought, or you're not as happy as you thought, and maybe you needed to go down that route. Then there is another path. Interesting how I lay these cards down. I'll show you in a minute. Um, Laying down your boundaries. There's some battles as well that need to be put behind you. There's some battles that need to be put behind you. Now I'm going to show you how some of these have been laid on my table. So, in order to go forward, these are how they're laid on my table. I'm going to look into doing all the overhead stuff eventually, when I can be asked. So, in order to move forward in your life, we have to look in the internal world. You're not going to be able to go forward unless you've conquered the world within. It's about going deep in your life and honoring your experiences, your emotions, but also making sure that your life is not a fickle life, because there can be a tendency to do that, to just keep it minimal. Do you know what I mean? When people don't like deep conversations or they get triggered by philosophy, And actually, we should be having deep, meaningful conversations. We should have an interest in philosophy and different layers of the onion and layers of life. And we're going to be required to go deeper as we start to evolve and the energies on the planet increase. If you stay stuck in your life, you will not be able to go forward. So release the baggage that needs to be released in order for you to go forward. And there are some traumas and old stories that need to be left behind for you to go forward, for you to conquer your stuff. And that's the card of conquering, and you can conquer it. So let's do a oracle card or two or three. Let's see what comes up in the oracle cards. Virgo. Got two that have come out: closing door, completion, so completing things. We've also got feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. There's something coming up here about choices and their consequences on a subconscious level, or maybe you're also aware of it. There's things you've said and done that you need to make peace with. And that's something else that humanity is going to have to do more of. It's really easy to look at what somebody else has done and said to us, but what takes big guts is to look at what we've done and said as well in those situations. And that's when you can close the door, and that's when you can let go of things. At the bottom, we've got the empty well. So this is a time to replenish. So needing to rest, take time out, ringing sick, take some time out to rejuvenate. The magician's sword, confidence in your magic. So maybe you're struggling with your magic. Maybe you're a reader or a healer and you've got self-confidence issues, doubting Thomas energy. You've got to take your sword of truth. You're going to get times when you get it wrong. You're going to get clients that think you're shit. That's normal. You're going to get people that think you're a shit reader because you've said something that's triggered them, but that's fine. That's a normal part of it. Maybe I need to do a video about that at some point, but don't let it affect you. And sometimes we get things wrong to learn about things. I'm always wary of readers that say, I've never got it wrong yet in 22 years or 30 years. I mean, and I've never had, and it's like bullshit, bullshit. You will get things wrong. You will read things wrong. That's part of learning. If you're not a reader, then this is about, confidence in you as a person. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life, having the courage to step into your life. It's really easy to step into your life on a sunny spring day, but it's even harder on a winter's day or when things are going against us. So step into your life, into your truth. Whale song resonating. There's things in your life that no longer resonate and you're trying to make them resonate. But there's a whole bunch of new things that actually will resonate if you give them the chance. And the final card of this reading is hollow bone, teachability. Am I teachable? If I learn a triggering truth about myself, how do I accept that? How do I alchemize it? Do I kick off and slam out of the room? Or do I sit with it and go, yes, you're right there. I need to deal with that. So, and this is about getting to the bare bones of things, going deep with this. This is a deep dive. This is a deep dive month, Virgo. So that's your reading. But before I go, oh, is there like a light thing going on there? Isn't there? Or is it me? Is it? I think it's me moving about. Anyway, the next group healing is the 11th and 12th of February 2025. It is, did I say 25 at the beginning of this reading? I hope so, not 24. If I did, ignore me. So it's on the 11th and 12th of February 2025, and it's healing after heartbreak. Heartbreak comes in many different forms: loss of a pet, loss of a child, loss of a partner, loss of money, business, health, wealth, all of that kind of stuff. And when we don't release it properly and correctly, it overwhelms us, derails us, and messes our life up. So this group healing is about me releasing that debris for you to take your baton forward and your life forward, for you to then be able to look at your stuff, your heartbreak, and see it as a teacher, not as a derailer. It's 2 days, it's distance channeled. There's no links, there's no Zooms, there's no none of that. There's nothing you have to do. You don't have to show up for an event or anything. You go about your day as normal whilst I channel. All the information about how, the insights and stuff is on the website on the group healing tab. To take part, you go to the description box below, scroll down a little bit to where it says group healing. It'll say, for more information, watch this video. I do recommend watching that video because it's a deeper video about what we intend to look at in that healing session. There's also a link there that says to take part. Please click on that link, okay? And that takes you straight to the group healing side. If for some reason you could scroll too far down and you go straight into the main website and you go to the homepage, that's fine. It's homepage, services, group healing. Some of you keep asking, do I do readings? I do readings. It's all via Zoom. Reiki sessions, mentoring sessions, shamanic sessions, all via Zoom. And again, that's all on my website, and there is a booking system that is easy to use. So thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.